No questions? Then let's do a quick review here. If I am doing the sum of two cubes, okay, so I have a cubed plus b cubed, what does this factor to? What? A plus b. How'd you know that was plus, Mitch? What was the way I... You showed that to our plus. If you start with a plus, your first one's going to be a plus. Okay, then continue for me, Mitch. Good. Good. Okay. That is your sum of two cubes. Okay. So your difference of two cubes, very similar, right? So now I have a cubed minus b cubed. Brody, go ahead and do that one for us. A minus b, since that was minus, that's minus. Good. Good. And remember, there's always going to be one minus sign, correct? Okay? And depending on what this is, determines whether that's minus or positive, and whether that's positive or minus. And then our factor by grouping. Okay, so if I was factoring by grouping and I had this, what would I have to do here to factor by this? Group which one? X cubed and your negative 2x squared, and then your negative 9x and your positive 18, right? And then Lorelai, what can I take out of this? X squared, which leaves me with x minus 2, good. And then out of this one I can take out a, pardon? Okay. Why'd you change that to a negative 9? If you would have done a positive 9, let's go ahead and do a positive 9, you would get negative x plus 2, right? We know that it has to be the same as this. Okay, so if we take out a negative 9, it gives me x minus 2, which is then good. Okay, and then Alex, what do I connect together here? That's okay, you know this. What goes together here with my factor by grouping? The ones on the outside, so I have x squared minus 9 and x minus 2. Okay, but we notice what here, Colton? Okay, and is that a perfect square?
Yes.
So Kate, what's this called? Subtraction, what's the difference? Difference of two squares. So I get this factors to what? Anybody? X plus 3, x minus 3, and then don't forget your x minus 2. So again, just a quick refresher there on your factor by group. No questions on any of those problems? Okay. So what we're going to end up doing today, okay, we'll factor some things in quadratic form, and then we'll work on some solving. So first of all, let's just, and remember, once you think you're done, you need to check again, right? A lot of times once you think you're done, you're not. You need to do one more step. So if I have this one, let's do 81x to the 4th minus 16. Okay, now we're going to start getting to bigger numbers. Did anybody notice something special about this? Okay, anything else? Okay, there's an x to the 4th. What's special about 81 by itself? It's a perfect square. 16 is x to the 4th a perfect square. What times itself is x to the 4th, Brody? X squared. So when I break this up, my a is what? 9x squared. And my b is 4. Okay, so when I factor this, Toby, what do I get? This is the difference of two squares, right? 9x squared minus 4. And nine x squared plus 4. Remember, if you have a difference of two squares, you end up factoring it to the same thing, but one's a minus, one's a plus. Okay? Now, can I do anything with this? Is this a perfect square? 9? Is x squared a perfect square? Is 4 a perfect square? But this is a plus. Is there such thing as a sum of two squares? No. Is this a difference of two squares though? Yeah, so okay, what can I break this down into? Okay, let's do our a. Okay, this is going to give us our a, right? A equals what? Well, square root of 9 is 3. Square root of x squared is x. Okay, this is our b. What's b equal? 2. Now give it to me. A is, okay, 3x minus 2, 3x plus 2. And then on the end I need, we still need this, right? We can't just lose that. So I still need 9x squared plus 4. Right, you can't mess with that because that's a sum of two squares. So that's not a thing. I mean, it is a thing, but it's not factorable. Okay? You're looking for minuses with squares. Now, if it was a sum of two cubes, could you do it? Yes, and not a sum of two squares. Okay, we're going to end up really good at factoring here. Okay. Let's do 4. We're going to go ahead and do that other example there. So I have 4x to the 6th minus 20x to the 4th plus 24x squared. Now, the first thing you should always do is try to simplify this down. Is there something, just some number, I can take out of all of this? Of 4 and x squared. So let's take out our 4x squared. Okay, so that makes it easier. When I divide 4x to the 6th by 4x squared, what do I end up with? X to the 4th. Negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. X squared plus 6, just 6, right? Okay, so now I have that. That's great, except that's something different than what we've ever seen. Usually when we have this, it's x squared, x, and then no x's, right? Okay? That doesn't matter though. We still need to factor this the exact same way, and I'll show you what we have to do, which will be a little bit different. Okay, but so I'm still asking myself, what multiplies to 6 and adds to negative 5. Is that multiplied to positive? Negative 2 and negative 3, right? Okay, so I know when I do this, I'm going to have negative 2 and negative 3 here, right? Okay, but what has to go here? Right, if it was just x, that wouldn't give me an x to the 4th, would it? And it wouldn't give me an x squared here. Okay, but if these were both x squared, now when I multiply x squared times x squared, I get x to the 4th. Okay? And then out in front, you need your 4x squared. Okay, so you just got to make sure things make sense. It's still in quadratic form, right? Okay, with 3 things. Okay, but the difference now is that it's an x to the 4th instead of an x to the 2nd. Are any of these still factorable? Can I factor this anymore? No, this one. That's a perfect square, but that's not, right? This one. Same thing, that's a perfect square, but that's not. So you're done. Okay, double check. Always go through everything and make sure you're actually done before you stop on that problem. Questions on that one? Can we do another one though? No? Okay. You'll have plenty of work time you can ask me during class also. Okay, the other thing we need to look at, okay, let's go ahead. I'm not going to do one that's in your book. I'm going to do one. Oh geez, they give you a better one in there than I am going to do the one in your book, I guess, because the extra one's pretty easy. Okay, they give you 2x to the 5th plus 24x equals 14x cubed. Now there's an equal sign. Okay, we haven't had an equal sign yet today, or on Friday, right? Okay, the directions say solve the polynomial equation. So I'm figuring out what x equals, right? Okay. Now to be able to do this, in the past we've always done what? So you wanted to get this right side to 0, right? Okay. The only time we didn't do that was when we completed the square. Okay? But let's get that right side to 0. So let's go ahead and move that over. So I have 2x to the 5th plus, minus 14x cubed plus 24x. Okay, it'll be much easier if you make sure everything's in order. Okay, get everything in order. So I have my x to the 5th, x to the 3rd, x to the 1st in decreasing order. Okay, get rid of that 2 because they're all divisible by 2, right? Okay. Anything else I can get rid of while I'm doing that? An x, because they all have at least one x. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of a 2x. First, this leaves what here now? If I take out a 2x. X to the 4th, good. Okay, Logan, here. I only took out one x, so squared, good. Plus, anybody? 12. Now it looks a lot like the problem we just did, right? Okay, Devin, what multiplies to 12 adds to negative 7? Yeah, 4 and 3, and since it adds to negative 7, they're both negative. Okay, so Isaiah, when I factor this, what do I get? My numbers are negative 4 and negative 3, yep. So I have negative 4. We want where we're factoring this, I know you guys can follow this. X squared minus 4 and, because my negative 4 goes there, and then x squared minus 3, there you go. Okay, now remember, we did x squared y, because that's x to the 4. Okay, and then on the outside I have 2x. Okay, this is a perfect example where you're going to get to this place and you have Swivl done. So you're not. Ask him, why am I not done? Okay, I am supposed to find out what x is, but I'm not even done factoring yet. What? What is that? Difference of two squares. Difference because of subtraction. Okay? So I have 2x. What does this factor to? Close. X plus 2. That's what you wrote down? Okay. Is this a difference of two squares? No, because 3 is not a perfect square. So I just have x squared minus 3. Okay. Now ask them where to the place where you said we got to figure out what it is. Do this. You got to set each one of those equal to 0. Okay, so when I set 2x equals 0, what do I get x to equal? 0. When I set this equal to 0, I get negative 2, positive 2, so I'm just going to put plus or minus 2, is that okay? Sure. Okay, and then this one's the tougher one because you have x squared minus 3 equals 0. So to solve this, add 3, so x squared equals 3. Ooh, very close. What? Plus or minus square root of 3. Okay, so x also equals plus or minus square root of 3. Yep, because we went through each of these, right? We did that one, we did that one, we did that one, and we did that one. How many solutions are here? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because if this would have been x squared plus 3, then it would have been the square root of negative 3, right? So it would be plus or minus I squared. Yep. I squared does equal negative 1, yep. Okay, again, more refresher, right? Part. Alright, let's go ahead and I want to do one more of those. Okay, I have 2y to the 5th. Minus 18y equals 0. Now the nice part about this is what? We already got it in proper form. Okay, Lorelei, what can I take out of both of these? And the 2y. Okay, so I'm going to take out my 2y. And what does that give me here, Jack?
Y to the 4th.
Good. Y to the 4th minus 9. Spencer, is y to the 4th a perfect square? Yes, because y squared times y squared is y to the 4th, right? It's not a perfect square. So this is the difference of two squares. Remember what those factor out to, factor to? Perfect. Y squared plus 3, y squared minus 3. Do I still need my 2y? Yes. Okay. This all equals 0. Okay, what do I do here to figure out what y equals? Okay, all of it equal to 0, right? So from this, I'm going to get what? Y equals 0. And then we'll go in what you were talking about. Now you have y squared plus 3. So you're going to do what? Subtract 3. So you get negative 3. And then you got to square root it, right? So you have plus or minus the square root of negative 3. But we know you can't have a negative in here. So you do what, Kobe? Wait. Emergency?
Yeah.
Take out a what? An I. Okay, so I actually have plus or minus I square roots of 3, correct? Okay. And then the other one over here, what's this one going to give me? Plus or minus the square root of 3. How many solutions do I have here? I have 5. Now, how many real solutions do I have? 3. 1, 2, 3. So you have to be careful. Okay? Your directions in your homework on 68 through 85 say find the real solutions of the equations. So if you get an I, are you going to list that as one of your answers? No, because it wants the real number solutions. Okay, you have to pay close attention to that. Real number solutions. We did 33 through 49, is that right? Okay, we're going to add on through 84 evens and number 88.